Oh my gosh, it's so scary. The highway bridge collapsed on the Wuhan-Huangshi expressway. The bridge of the highway collapsed. Friends, it's scary. It's scary. Oh my gosh. On December 18th, 2021, an elevated bridge collapsed in Hubei province. This bridge led to the famous Chinese city of Wuhan. Chinese media reported 7 people trapped. 3 of them died later.
How did this bridge fall down? Is that person in the vehicle dead? It's crazy. Where did that vehicle come from?
About this accident, Hubei province and Shanxi province are currently pointing fingers at each other. Hubei province believes that the overpass is a primary highway in China, allowing maximum vehicle weight of 55 tons. The bridge collapsed when 3 large trucks were traveling on the same side of the bridge, including one overloaded truck with a total weight of 198 tons, traveling on the far right side. It was the overloaded truck that caused the bridge to collapse. The overloaded truck came from Shanxi province. The Shanxi Traffic Holding Group Company Limited said that the vehicle involved in the accident had complete paperwork when entering from Shanxi Lintong Expressway toll station, so it was released, and its specific situation wasn't yet clear. Shanxi Provincial Expressway Toll Center also responded that the large truck involved was a legal passage of large transport vehicles, and the truck was escorted by the relevant departments to the border of Shanxi province. A bridge engineer published an article saying that it's not that the bridge couldn't withstand a 190-ton vehicle, rather it's that the driver of the big truck lacks basic common sense. When crossing such a bridge, he should drive along the center line instead of driving on the side. The corresponding traffic authority doesn't know how to manage it either. After they passed the application for the vehicle, they should have organized traffic police and other vehicles to guide the traffic and briefly close the road to allow the heavy vehicle to drive along the center line. The Chinese media are generally hesitant to mention whether the bridge has quality problems, but one media outlet has managed to find out the construction company responsible for the bridge reinforcement. The company reinforced the single-pillar piers here in October 2021. In 2019, due to collusive bidding activities, this company was blacklisted by the Hubei Provincial Department of Transportation. No one knows why a blacklisted company can win a bid and undertake such a large-scale project. The collapsed overpass may be the result of multiple errors. The overpass collapsed. Shaoxing North Station overpass collapsed. I was cooking. I freaked out when I saw it. In China, frequent overpass accidents are happening. A large part of it is due to poor construction quality. For example, on May 8, 2021, a bridge nearing completion on the Hangzhou-Shaoxing highway section in Zhejiang province collapsed and fell into the river. The infrastructure project cost about $5.8 billion and was the largest infrastructure project in Shaoxing City. Local people have been criticizing this Tofu-dreg project online. Fortunately, it collapsed before it was inspected and approved. Otherwise, how many people would have suffered? Tofu-dreg construction. China's Tofu-dreg bridges collapse frequently, killing and injuring many people. The northwestern province of Gansu spent $1.26 billion to build a highway. Upon its opening in September 2011, drivers found that the roadway settled as if they were driving on a scrubboard with a pothole almost every 33 feet. Then Gansu Provincial Department of Transportation officials responded that it was because the rainfall was so severe that it damaged the road. But afterward, 17 officials from the Department of Transportation were removed from their posts because of the highway. The Chinese media later reported that the highway was built by 75 design, construction, and supervision units, each of which was outsourced and subcontracted at various levels, resulting in a constant shrinkage of construction funds per kilometer. Eventually, the construction units had to purchase and use construction materials with low-quality standards, which finally added up and built this Tofu-dreg highway. A Hunan provincial official disclosed at the time that the annual investment in Hunan Highway was over $9.4 billion in the 3 years from 2009 to 2012. If the bidding rules were strictly followed, Hunan could have saved $1.6 billion per year on the highway construction. But the $1.6 billion was consumed by 3 kinds of illegal expenses, that is, thank you fees for leaders, compensation fee for accompanying bids, and kickbacks from brokers. China has a long-standing reputation for tofu-dreg projects. The current Communist Party leader, Xi Jinping, has launched a campaign against corruption since he took office in late 2012. Almost a decade has passed. The quality of China's construction hasn't improved. There is no guarantee of quality in large projects that are under a lot of supervision, let alone in small housing construction, and there is a lack of protection for the general public.
这些施工啊，我看一下啊，我用我手来摸它的石头上啊，看一看，不用你老常，我真的不用看一看，我用手扒下来的。这个正在装修，不拿那什么了，还没有住人啊。这个房顶在装修过程当中就变成这个样子了。姐姐，我又抠下了一块。
Here is a citizen showing off her new home. During the renovation process, she touched the ceiling with her hand and was able to poke a gaping hole. This man saw the quality of the stairs and felt angry, but didn't dare to complain much. This quality, we dare not say much, or, to be honest, this thing can kill. A construction worker is tearing down the outer layer of residential buildings manually with his hand in the fall or winter season. Look at this wall. Where did all the construction money go? What are these things? An amusement park is under construction. When a stranger passed by the construction site, he discovered problems. A gust of wind can knock down a wall. Four or five cars on Pingdingshan Guangming Road, a construction wall was knocked down by gusty winds. A few cars were smashed. No one was hurt. We've done several episodes on tofu-dreg construction, and the links to these videos are posted below. Here we will briefly explore why there are so many manufacturing and management failures in China. Will the CCP be able to improve the poor quality of made in China in the future? Since the new party leader Xi Jinping took office in 2012, he has launched a massive anti-corruption campaign that has hit hundreds of thousands of officials. Xi himself seems to believe in the deterrent power of communist totalitarianism, but he doesn't appear to see the essence of the culture that the communist system has created. If one looks at the history of China and the West, it's probably safe to assume that the nature of communism is based on 3 words: lies, wickedness, and struggle. This party culture encourages people to lie. In the 100 years of the Communist Party's history, it has created a country that is like a building with jerry-built materials. When there is a real disaster, the building can't hold up and will collapse. Imagine you are an average Chinese citizen. You buy a package of aluminum wire and open it to find out that it's actually filled with cement.
Come and take a look, folks. It's all cement inside. It's specially made to be fake, wrapped with a thin layer of aluminum.
You go to buy a couple of packs of copper wire. Here they are. They don't work at all. A man came to my place to charge a battery. While charging, he said he picked up some scrap yesterday. He went to a construction site and picked up some wires. He said these wires were still usable. It was too bad to sell them as scrap. He asked me if I could use them. I saw they looked good from outside. They were copper wires. I said he would sell them to me. He was 60 or 70 years old. He was from Anhui province. He said he would sell them to me for a bargain, 105 RMB or $16.5 US a bundle. I bought 8 bundles. He sold them to me 2 days ago. I took them out today. I realized I was fooled. These wires look okay, but let me open it up for you to see. Don't be cheated by others in the future, okay? I was cheated. Forget it. I thought he looked old. I felt sorry and tried to help him charge the battery. But he cheated me with this cable. See what it's like? 105 RMB a bundle. Another person paid $95 for 2 barrels of canola oil, only to find out that 80% of the oil barrel was water. You lift this one, use 2 hands to lift it. This lid is empty. Inside the plastic bag is clear oil. There are stones here. It's all oil. The rest of the barrel is water. 2 barrels. When one walks into an auto repair center and finds that the otherwise good tires now need to be repaired for holes. This thing is hidden in the glove. Wear it on your finger. You bring in your tires and they are punctured to make them leak. Also, while a tired driver was resting on the side of the road, he saw this scene. You see, these 2 bad guys are filling the tanker with water. How can one drive with such gas? Look at this. Sinopec employees are adding water to the oil in the middle of the night, adding buckets and buckets of water.
这枪没动啊，枪在这儿呢，这根线下来，这枪没动啊，在我手上呢，这油枪，然后油就开始蹦钱，看到吗？哥，看了吗？这是一个自助加油机，油枪在我手上，钱开始蹦。
From government officials to average people, in order to make a profit, they do whatever they can to cut corners and falsify. When this phenomenon becomes the norm in a country, it's no longer an individual matter. It's the consequence of the ruling party using the power of the state to promote a delinquent culture over a long period of time. Is there an antidote to China's Tofu-dreg projects? It seems impossible. No matter what remedy the CCP prescribes, it's going to be a paradox, or, like a Chinese phrase, using one spear against one shield.